Hi everybody and welcome back to the channel, and if you're new you are so very welcome. I'm Jane, my husband Mike is behind the camera. We're British early retirees, debt and mortgage free, and living on a tight budget here in France, and happily with it, may I add. And every Friday we share some frugal cooking with you, and that's what we're going to do this week. So I'm going to show you my stock check, my meal plan, and some of those meals. Without further ado, let's get cooking. So here is tonight's supper. I sauteed some courgettes and peppers. I cooked some peas and some rice and combined the lot of it. And then I pan fried some salmon in butter and garlic, and then at the end I flashed it with some lemon juice. I promise you that's not brown, that is green, it's just the way it's coming out on the camera. When I bought the salmon, it was on its last day of the date, so it was reduced right down to €1 for 4 pieces like this. And so it's worked out that's 25 cents each for the salmon. And there's 2 more pieces, and we'll eat that with a small amount of rice for our lunch tomorrow. So there we go. Salmon pan fried in garlic butter with some lemon and some parsley and vegetables and rice. Well, here is tonight's supper, a homemade spicy sausage pizza. I made the usual pizza sauce by warming plenty of garlic in olive oil, adding a tin of tomatoes and some seasoning, and warming it through, and then blending it with my stick blender. These are just regular sausages that I have removed the skins off, turned them into balls, I sauteed them, and the pizza base is the same weight of gluten-free flour with natural Greek yogurt. And to that I added I had 300 grams of yogurt, 300 grams of flour, a heaped tablespoon of baking powder. Mixed all that together, made a dough, and the rest is pizza. There it is. Homemade, and I must tell you, it's a spicy sauce, so it's got some chili flakes in it as well to give it a bit of a kick. And the cheese, because I'm in France and I don't have any Italian cheese, is grated Cantal. So there we go. Homemade sausage pizza. For today's dinner are leftover creamy mashed potato, leftover beef cooked in red wine sauce. I've just steamed some cauliflower and carrots, and that's it for tonight's dinner. We often cook something, we eat it twice, sometimes we eat it the next day, or like today, we cooked it previously. We'll put the link to the video below where I cooked the beef in red wine sauce, and it's a lot simpler than it sounds. There we go. Leftovers for dinner. Here is tonight's dinner. I've got some honey glazed pork shoulder steaks. I browned them in the Instant Pot to begin with, and then I made a sauce with soy sauce, honey, garlic, a bit of cider vinegar, and plenty of garlic. So there we go. And what's great about this is after sauteing them, you only have to cook them in the Instant Pot for 5 minutes and they're done. So that's a really quick way of cooking, quite cheap pork shoulder steaks until they're lovely and tender. There we go, honey glazed pork. Well, that was the stock check. I've also had a quick look through my larder as well. There's stuff in there I do want to use up and stuff I definitely want to keep for later. So Monday, pork in a honey sauce. We had that yesterday for Sunday lunch. We have exactly the same on Monday. I don't cook on Monday. Then I've taken out the freezer a chicken pie. It's been in there a couple of weeks. It needs using up. So that's for tomorrow. We've got carrots in the fridge, green beans in the freezer. The next day I've got fish that's been in the freezer a couple of weeks as well. That needs using up. I'm going to make a fish pie. So that'll be fish in a parsley sauce with mashed potatoes on top, and we'll probably have carrots and green beans with that. The next one is pasta, meatballs and tomato sauce. I've got some pizza sauce in there. Pizza sauce, tomato sauce, sauce. So for the meatballs, I'm going to use a packet of sausages. I'm going to take the skins off them, form them into balls. That's your meatballs with pasta. Over here I have got a lot of tinned salmon. It's a very good price at the moment. It's cheaper than tuna. So I'm going to make a salad niçoise and I'm going to use tuna instead. I bought off the very reduced price meat a while ago. I bought some turkey already cut in cubes and it's on like barbecue sticks. I'm just going to defrost it, take it off, and I am going to make turkey tikka masala. And then for Sunday lunch, I'm going to do a Sunday lunch, but I have got a bacon joint and I'm going to use that with it as well. And I'll probably make a creamy mustard sauce to go with that. So it'll be roast potatoes, vegetables, a bacon joint roasted, and a creamy mustard sauce. So there we go. That's what I'm going to be using this week. A quick way that I make parsley last down to the very last little bit is that I freeze it in a Ziploc bag and I just take it out, chop off the bit that I want, pop the frozen bit back in, goes back into the freezer. So this is the parsley that's going to go in my parsley sauce, that's going to go into my fish pie, and this is going to go back in the freezer. Here are the components for my fish pie. I've made a parsley sauce. I've got 4 bits of hake here that were frozen. I've defrosted them and I've cooked some potatoes and mashed them. I'm just going to cut up the fish, stir it through the parsley sauce, pop that in a dish and put the mashed potato on top. It'll go in the fridge and it'll be for a meal another day this week. So I've put my fish pie in the oven. Often when I have a meal plan over the next sort of 2-3 days, I sometimes change my mind in the middle of cooking it of what I'm going to eat on which day. So some of the things I cook, for example, on a Sunday will be fine to keep until Tuesday. And I've made this fish pie. I think I really fancy this for dinner today. So sometimes to make my life easier, I cook it all in the morning, plate it up, and we just ding it in the microwave when we want to eat it later, which is probably what I'm going to do today. And here is the finished fish pie with some nice buttery green beans. Fish pie like this is really good that you can probably make it in the morning, heat it up in the evening, or you can make it one day, not cook it, and then leave it in the fridge and cook it tomorrow. So it's a great thing to cook ahead. Mashed potato does freeze, it freezes okay, but if you're going to freeze this and then reheat it, it's best to warm it through in the oven from frozen. So there we go, the final and finished fish pie with green beans. We really hope that you enjoy that, and if you did, please like the video. It really helps us to grow the channel. Thank you to everyone who hits that like button. Thank you to all our subscribers, old and new, and if you're not a subscriber, come and join the Frugal family. We read every single one of your comments. Tell me, who's meal planning? What have you got on your meal plan this week? Just leaves me to say on behalf of Mike and I, thanks so much for watching. See you again really soon. Goodbye for now.